Hey everybody, Varun here from Language Academy. Guys, this video is going to be a masterclass on the first question type of the listening module, Summarize Spoken Text. An extremely important question type, and this is one question you have to be very careful, especially after the recent changes which Pearson has brought forward. The importance of this question type cannot be neglected, and I need you to know each and everything on how you have to crack this question type and how you have to score a perfect 90. In this video, what we'll be doing is we'll be going through the task description, that what the task is about, the marking criteria. Then I will attempt one summarized spoken text. I'll show you how I take notes, how I frame my answer, a proven structure which I used in my test and I've scored 90. And then we'll discuss a few more things you need to take care of so that you can get your desired scores as well. Let's get into the video. We'll be having a look at each and everything you need to crack this task. Alright guys, sorry to disturb you. I'll just take 30 seconds. Just wanted to share that languageacademy.com.au, we have really worked on this platform, and you can use this platform to practice any question type of your PT test. Plus we have updated the AI, the scoring algorithm, and it is now really close to what happens in the actual test. So if you want to see how much you're gonna score in the actual test, what mistakes you're likely to make in the test, you should be practicing on languageacademy.com.au, or you can even download the LAPT exam practice app. I'll attach the link to both of these platforms in the description box below. On top of that, you can take a free full scored mock test, which I'll highly recommend you to do. It is exactly the same way how your test will function, the actual PT test, and it will give you a clear idea of what mistakes you're likely to make, what scores you're likely to get, and what other things you should be doing on the test day so that you get your desired scores without wasting your time and money. Thank you. Now you can continue with the video. So summarize spoken text, the very first question type of listening module. You'll get one of this in your test. What happens here, you'll get an audio lecture which will go around 60 to 90 seconds, and while the lecture is going on, you have to take down notes. After that, you have to write the summary of the lecture in your own words, between 50 to 70 words. You will be given 10 minutes for this question type, which includes the audio time. So let's say the audio goes on for 90 seconds. You will only have 8.5 minutes to write, type, and whatever, proofread and everything to finish off this question type. So you have to be very careful with the time management. Remember, there's no rollover time. For example, if you finish this task in 7 minutes, you will not get additional 3 minutes in the next question type. So it's highly recommended that you use complete 10 minutes in this question type, right? So this is summarized spoken text. Now what you have to do while the audio is going on, you have to take down notes. Once the audio stops, you look at your notes, type in your answer, and then proofread and move on. This is marked on 5 different parameters. First one is content, which has been changed recently. Next is form, then grammar, spellings, and vocabulary. What is content? Content now means that whatever you're writing is relevant and is making sense as compared to the audio or the lecture which was given to you. There was a time when students used to use a template or used to write random information as well, adding a few keywords which used to make no sense, and they used to get 90. But that is not going to work anymore if you want to get your desired scores. And if you want to get full points in your content, you have to make sure you write between 50 to 70 words, ideally around 65 words. Then you need to make sure you write relevant information, you cover the main idea, 1, 2, or 3 supporting ideas, and a conclusion. So whatever you write should be meaningful. You should not be using a pre-memorized structure. You can use some transition words, connectors, but majority of your response should be from or relevant to the lecture. And last, you should not just be using few random keywords from the lecture. You need to write proper sentences. So this is content. Next is your form. Form is basically you have to write between 50 to 70 words. If you write less than 50, more than 70 words, you will be penalized. You will lose a lot of points for the same. So what I'll recommend, go around 60-65 words will be more than enough. It's very easy to score points in form. Next, 2 points for spellings, pretty straightforward. If there's no spelling mistake, you get 2 on 2. 1 spelling mistake, 1 by 2, more than 1 spelling mistake, 0. One thing which I'll recommend for spelling mistakes, see, if you do not write a word you're not really sure, you'll not lose points in spellings. So never ever write any word you're not sure about. Let's say there's a word aeroplane. I want to write it, but I'm not really sure about the spellings. I'll try to cover up my content in some different words using some other words, but I'll not write any word I'm not sure about. Next, 2 points for grammar. Grammar is pretty important. If you've got no grammar mistake, 2 by 2, one major grammar mistake, 1 by 2, more than 1, 0. And the last one is vocabulary. For this, you have to make sure you do not use short forms, abbreviations, you write formal words, and no slang language. So basically, you have to write around 60 to 65 words, relevant content, no pre-memorized responses or structures, proper sentences, 3, 4, or 5 sentences, introduction, 2 to 3, supporting sentences or sentences with information, and 1 conclusion. Then you have to make sure there's no grammar and spelling mistake, right? Now, how you have to manage time? It's important that you manage your time properly as well. You get 10 minutes, let's say 90 seconds, the audio is going on, you're taking down notes. Next 5 minutes, look at your notes and quickly type your answer. At least spend 2 minutes at the end to proofread your response, to fix your grammar and spelling mistakes so that you know whatever you have written is perfect. This is what you have to do to manage your time. Now let's have a look at the structure which I use in my test, which we give out to all our students to use in the test. What I'll be doing is I'll be taking down notes. I'll use the same structure to write an answer so that you know how I write my response and what you should be doing as well. Let's get started with that.
Human-caused global climate change is our most important environmental problem. To help formulate policies to address this crisis, climate scientists are trying to better understand what sorts of human activities cause the production and release of climate-warming greenhouse gases, such as carbon dioxide and methane, into the air. The researchers identified several major categories of emission sources. The first and largest source globally has to do with agriculture and changes in land use, such as clearing of forests for more agricultural land. The highest emissions per person from this source are in the developed countries. Meat production is an especially big problem. It's extremely inefficient, requiring much more land to grow animal feed than is used to grow plant foods. 1/3 of all human-related methane emissions come from the digestive tracts of cows. Energy consumption involved in producing, packaging, and transporting foods is another big source of emissions. Industries also produce greenhouse gases when they make chemicals used in agriculture and materials used to package foods. These sources are more important for developed countries, such as the United States. Finally, food waste is a surprisingly large emission source. Uneaten food goes into landfills, where it produces methane, carbon dioxide, and other greenhouse gases when it decomposes. In the United States, more than 1/3 of all food produced is never eaten, producing emissions all through the food production process, only to rot in a landfill.
So these are our notes. What I have done here, I never ever focused that I have to take down each and everything, right? Whatever I could, I have taken down, and I also focused on understanding what the lecture is about. So the lecture was about human caused global climate change. Firstly, he mentioned or she mentioned the different sort of human activities which can cause global warming. Furthermore, agriculture and clearing of forest for land use are main reasons behind global warming. However, it was mentioned that 1/3 of the methane emission is from cows, as well as it is caused by industries which produce chemicals. To conclude, 1/3 of the food produced in the United States is never eaten. So you don't really need a lot of information. You just need basic information, right? This is what I'll do in my test as well. So what I'll do is human caused global climate change was the main topic of the lecture. Firstly, he mentioned or she mentioned, or you can straight away start. Firstly, different sort of human activities which contribute to global warming were mentioned. Moreover, agriculture and clearing of forests for land use were the main reasons behind global warming or behind gases such as methane and carbon dioxide. Moreover, 1/3 of the methane emission is from cows, as well as industries produce gases whereby they manufacture chemicals. However, if you want to add another sentence, if you still have word limit left, however, food waste is also a large source of these emissions or pollutions or global warming or whatever you want to write. To conclude, in the United States, more than 1/3 of the food which is produced is never eaten or consumed. This is what you have to do. Sorry about my handwriting, but this is what I'll do if I get this particular question type in the test. Let's say we only have this much information. Don't you worry, just take it easy. Human caused global climate change was the main topic of the lecture. Firstly, she mentioned the different sort of human activities which cause global warming. Furthermore, agriculture is one of the main reasons behind global warming. However, along with agriculture, clearing of forest for land use also contributes to the warming of the globe or the earth. However, there are a range of activities done by humans which contribute to global climate change. To conclude, different sorts of human activities cause global climate change, which include agriculture and clearing of forest for land use. Now, I have not got 100% of the information and I might lose 1 point in content, but I'll get full points in different parameters such as spelling, grammar, vocabulary, and form as well. So this is what you have to do. Whatever you have, make sense out of it, frame sentences, use the structure, and write your summary. So this is what you need to do in Summarize Spoken Text. Keep it simple. Use the structure, start with the topic, 2 to 3 sentences like firstly, furthermore, moreover, or you can use different connectors or transition words as well. Then you give a simple conclusion. Even if you do not have 100% accurate information, right? No one's going to check for accuracy. They're not really checking how accurate you can comprehend the information. They're just checking your listening and writing skills. So you need to make sure that you write relevant content even if it's not 100% accurate, because sometimes you'll not remember what was actually spoken or said in the lecture or in the audio. Then make sure there are no grammar and spelling mistakes and you write between 50 to 70 words. That's all you need to do, and 100% you can crack this task. This is an easy question type, but make sure you tick all the boxes. Relevant content, around 65 words, no grammar and spelling mistakes, and academic words, no short forms or slang language, and success will be yours. That's it. That's all you need to do to crack this particular task in the very first go. We'll wrap up the video. I hope the video was helpful. If it was, do like, share, and subscribe. If you need any help, we do offer online and on-campus classes all around the world. We have got our campuses in Australia, in India, and Nepal as well. Online classes for PT Academic, PT Core. We have got everything covered for you. Just give us a call, send us a message on any of these numbers. We will be with you and we will give 100% to help you out and to help you get your desired scores without wasting your time and money. Now, what you can do is you can just go and register on languageacademy.com.au, practice and see if you're doing it the right way or not. Use the AI to get some ideas and correct your responses so that you do not make the same mistake in the test and get your desired scores. That's it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.